Now, breaking news from WRAL. Coverage you can count on.
Breaking news, a crash causes major delays on I-85 in Granville County. We are live on the scene, as you can see from this live picture, when the interstate is expected to reopen and the impact that it's having on the morning commute.
And a couple of sprinkles up near the Virginia line this morning. I'll show you why it looks like our chances for rain over the weekend are starting to drop.
Burial arrangements, the final preparations underway before Pope Francis will be laid to rest. His final wishes for tomorrow's burial at the Vatican. What a week it's been. Started with news of the Pope's passing early Monday morning, and we'll end this week with what you can watch on WRAL, the Pope's funeral tomorrow. I'm Jeff Hoagie. Good to have you with us here on a Friday.
And I'm Renee Chu. We did make it to Friday, and we returned to slightly wetter weather. We could see some rain later today. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner is tracking those showers.
Just a little bit of light patchy rain up here near the Virginia line, and it looks like it's about to completely fizzle out. Definitely not anything that's going to cause any major problems for the morning commute, but we do have a lot of cloud cover out there. It's definitely muggier than it was yesterday. Tracking some showers back into the mountains and the western Piedmont. Our potential for rain today, just 20% until we get to the evening, and we bumped it up to around 30. I don't think we're going to see anything that causes a lot of widespread problems for the evening commute, but that chance bumps up a little bit. And then our best chance all weekend, maybe overnight tonight. We'll walk through that coming up. Beautiful sunrise here at Carr Lake this morning, looking from Clarksville, Virginia, 67 degrees here in the Triangle. Up in Roxborough at 63, a cooler 56 in South Hill, 62 in Goldsboro and in Southern Pines. Hour by hour, it'll be a warm day like yesterday with highs in the low 80s. We'll walk through the weekend so you can plan around our chances for rain coming up. Ken?
6:01, Elizabeth, we want to get right to that breaking news out of Granville County this morning. This crash right here on I-85 near exit 206. This is US 158, shutting down that entire section of I-85 all the way to Poplar Creek Road. Let's get right to WR's Kelsey Coffey on the scene right now. And Kelsey, set the scene for us and let us know you have new information for us.
Ken, right now we are right where folks are being detoured here on Highway 158 exit 206. So you can see there that there's some traffic backups. But we do have new information in the last 15 minutes from state troopers on scene. They say a car hit a guardrail and spun out. An 18-wheeler hit that car, then flipped over and caught fire. State trooper on scene says that that 18-wheeler was carrying groceries. So right now crews are cleaning up food that's scattered all over the highway. They say the person driving the 18-wheeler has minor injuries, and the person that was driving the car has serious injuries this morning. So State Highway Patrol says they do believe that alcohol was a factor in this crash, but they do expect for the highway to reopen by 8 o'clock this morning. So, Ken, what else can you tell folks ahead of their morning drive?
I think to tell you, for those of you who have friends and family, maybe you're leaving town, you're coming into town, let them know that should get off on US 158. Look for that US 158 exit coming south, and that'll get them around the onlooker delay we're seeing in these southbound lanes. If you're heading north this morning, US 15 to start with, and then 158 will get you around what's happening there on I-85. We'll keep you posted here in the WR Traffic Center. This crash on I-540 just cleared a little while ago, which is great news if you're getting ready to head out. Here's a live look at I-85 and TW Alexander Drive. That and all of major routes are relatively delay-free at this hour. You're getting ready to head into the car. Tune us in on the radio, 101.5 HD3.
Also, more breaking news we are following. Dozens of people are without power after a car crashed into a power pole in Sampson County. The WRAL breaking news tracker was there on scene near Marsh Cornegie Road. Just before 4 o'clock this morning this happened. Troopers say a car swerved off the road and hit a utility pole. The driver got out of the car and ran away. No injuries were reported. Power is expected to be restored by 10 this morning.
Happening today, state leaders are expected to share an update on efforts to continued recovery after Hurricane Helene. WRAL's Eric Miller joins us live this morning in Raleigh. Eric, 7 months after the storm, people in the western part of our state still in desperate need of help.
And Renee, still a long way to go here. That update is going to be coming during a meeting of the State Emergency Response Committee right here behind me. They're going to be meeting in Raleigh. This committee made up of some of the top public safety officials in the state. They only meet a couple of times a year. Now, this isn't going to be their first meeting since Helene hit, but it is going to be the first since we transferred from that initial rescue phase of operations fully into the recovery and rebuilding mode. We're expecting an update on a lot of those top line numbers. Think roads rebuilt so far, buildings reconstructed, debris removed, but also still on the progress that needs to be made, including people still missing, people still displaced, and the damage that still needs to be rebuilt. We're also going to be looking closely to see the impact that most recent bipartisan Helene relief package has had. That bill was signed into law by Governor Josh Stein almost exactly a month ago. It included hundreds of millions of dollars in relief for things like rebuilding private roads and bridges, as well as helping farmers who lost crops and had topsoil washed away during the storm. That meeting gets started at 9 a.m. this morning. We'll bring you any updates as soon as we get them. In Raleigh, Eric Miller, WRAL News.
It was a unanimous vote. The Durham Public School Board approved the superintendent's $700 million budget proposal. So many people signed up to speak at last night's board meeting, they had to extend the public comment session. People came to voice their concerns about teacher pay and resources for students. The approved budget will give $18 million to hire more teachers and staff. $9 million will go to charter schools. $3 million towards child nutrition, which is an issue, one student told us, leaving some kids hungry.
There is a lack of funding at the state level, and this reality is having a direct, tangible impact on our local school district.
A month ago, my school also ran out of food. Keep in mind, this is during lunch hours. Fortunately, there was some leftover yogurt from breakfast.
The budget will now be presented to the Board of County Commissioners.
This morning, all lanes of Fort Bragg's All-American Gate are back open. That's the main entrance to Fort Bragg. It was closed for several hours last night. Military investigators say that's where they found a suspicious device. An all clear was issued around 11:30 p.m. We're working to learn what that suspicious device was. Today is the final day for mourners to pay their respects to Pope Francis as he lies in state. We'll give you a live look at St. Peter's Basilica this morning. Michelle McConaughey is here now with the final preparations before the Pope's funeral tomorrow.
Renee, people from around the world paying their final respects to the late Pope this morning. Workers have been busy preparing St. Peter's Square for the thousands expected to attend tomorrow. Video screens are being set up for the large crowds expected to spill out of the square during Saturday's service. Francis chose to be buried outside of Vatican City at the Basilica of St. Mary Major. He'll be the first Pope laid to rest there since the 17th century. Francis said he wished to be remembered as a shepherd and disciple and not a powerful man of this world. The 2.5-hour service will mostly be in Latin.
It's a special liturgy specifically for the death of a pope. And towards the end, there is known what is known as the commendation and the final farewell, where there'll be a series of prayers over the coffin.
He'll be buried in a nook next to his favorite icon of the Holy Mother, saying in his testament the tomb should be in the ground, simple, without particular ornamentation, bearing only the inscription Franciscus. Francis called St. Mary Major his favorite Roman church, visiting more than 100 times during his 12 years as Pope.
Michelle, thank you. We invite you to watch the Pope's funeral live on WRAL tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. WRAL News will air at its regular time on Fox 50 at 6. When NBC's funeral coverage ends, our news will be joined in progress on WRAL.
Chris Lovingood here in the WRAL Live Center. Just to kind of show you some of that more video coming in. This is from Destiny Green. She was passing by that crash on I-85 this morning where Kelsey Coffey is right now. This part of the video, you can see the vehicle on fire right there. As you'll see, there are flashing lights from first responders there on the scene. I'm still trying to get in touch with Destiny just to kind of touch base with what exactly else she may have saw that we didn't capture in this video here. But again, these are the first images we're seeing of the flames here in the WRAL Live Center. We'll try to get a little bit more to report it here on WRAL News this morning.
Chris, thanks for that update. Dump truck drivers facing charges after a crash killed 4 members of a Duke Energy contracted power crew in Rockingham County. Authorities in the city of Eden say the driver of a city-owned dump truck ran through a stop sign and that truck hit 6 men who were conducting power line work there. 4 of those men died at the scene. 2 others were airlifted to a hospital, and one of them is still in critical condition. The dump truck driver is 66-year-old Michael Vernon. He's facing charges including misdemeanor death by motor vehicle. Investigators do not believe he was impaired.
Fluoride will stay in Harnett County's water supply for now. The Board of Health voted to keep it in the interest of protecting oral health. The vote also impacts tens of thousands of customers in Wake County who rely on Harnett Regional Water. Now it's up to county commissioners to take the health board's guidance into consideration.
Hope that they appreciate the expertise that went into this decision and take it and use it to make their decision.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the Secretary of Health and Human Services, has been outspoken about removing fluoride in drinking water. Commissioners meet Tuesday morning to continue the discussion.
Tonight, Carolina Hurricanes will look to take a commanding lead in their Stanley Cup playoff series with the New Jersey Devils. It is Game 3 of their opening round matchup, and the Canes are ahead 2-0 after winning both home games at the Lenovo Center earlier this week. Puck drop on the road for tonight's game in New Jersey is at 8 p.m.
Protected by the First Amendment, a judge rules against the Trump administration's push to end DEI in schools. The path now available to colleges and universities wishing to maintain existing policies.
Also, fresh from the tap, Broogaloo brings the best of craft beer to Raleigh. The big events you won't want to miss around the Triangle this weekend.
And a couple of hours ago, we had a couple showers that popped up near the Virginia line. Those are dissipating pretty quickly. We still have some rain in the forecast as we head into the weekend. I'll walk you through it.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM. In Durham, 96.5 FM. And everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
6:14 and heading out the door this morning, sending the kids out. You'll notice it's a bit more humid than it was yesterday. We're seeing mostly cloudy skies this morning. Temperatures are mostly in the mid-60s. We've had just a couple sprinkles up near the Virginia line, but rain this morning is not going to be something that most people see. It should be a fairly dry morning. As a matter of fact, I would send the kids out most likely without the rain gear. That's a 20% chance just to kind of cover the bases until we get closer to the evening commute, and then we might see a few more isolated showers and thunderstorms. It almost looks like tonight could bring us our best chance of rain. Our temperatures will be warm again today, upper 70s to low 80s, very similar to what we saw yesterday. Today is just going to feel a good bit more humid than yesterday did. We're looking at a 40% chance of rain tomorrow. We'll walk through that coming up. Ken?
Elizabeth, happening now in the WRAL Traffic Center. We're staying on top of that breaking news out of Granville County. A crash involving a tractor trailer shutting down an entire section of I-85 from US 158 all the way to Poplar Creek Road. It's a result of a car hitting a guardrail and 18-wheelers hitting that car, spinning out that car. And of course, this is a picture of the 18-wheeler that caught fire, courtesy of Destiny Green. We appreciate her sending us that photo. But there's a situation where the driver of the car sustained some serious injuries. The driver of the tractor trailer just suffered minor injuries. We'll keep an eye on it here in the WRAL Traffic Center and give you an update in less than 5 minutes.
A federal judge partially blocked the Trump administration's efforts to end diversity, equity, and inclusion policies in schools. The judge ruled the government's order likely violates the First Amendment. The Education Department issued a memo earlier this year telling schools they could lose federal funding if they continue their DEI programs. The judge did not issue a nationwide order to block the guidance, but stopped the administration from enforcing it against the 3 groups that filed a lawsuit.
A beloved Raleigh business will close its doors in the coming months. The Teach Me store has been open for 34 years, offering a large selection of school supplies, books, and toys for students and teachers. The owners say business has taken a turn in the last 5 years. They say they've noticed the trend of people shopping online rather than supporting local, and it shows up in their numbers.
Customers aren't coming to us like they used to, and in the end, not able to pay the bills because I just don't see as many customers coming through the doors.
The Teach Me store will have closing sales starting May 1st. The store's closing day will depend on how quickly its products sell.
This morning, Durham will celebrate the completion of a $10 million renovation for affordable housing. The project at the Maple Creek Apartments delivers 42 affordable homes in East Durham. The renovation includes 20 garden-style and 22 townhome-style apartments. The city contributed more than $6 million for the project. A celebration will take place 10 o'clock this morning on site at Ross Road.
This weekend is filled with opportunities to get out and about, including a lot of festivals.
Yeah, we're going to start right now with a beer-centric event that's taking over downtown Raleigh. Boogaloo kicks off tonight at 6. The Craft Beer Festival will hold a sampling event in City Plaza. Things continue tomorrow with a street festival from noon until 8 p.m. Admission to both of those events is free. You do need to buy tickets to sample the beers.
In Fayetteville, the Dogwood Festival starts today. The family-friendly event includes live music, carnival rides, and food trucks. It's happening through Sunday. Admission is free. The festival runs 5 to 11 today, and then gates open at noon tomorrow and Sunday.
And then in Cary, the annual Spring Days Arts and Crafts Festival is being held at Bond Park tomorrow. From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., the event will feature 3 stages of performances, more than 20 food vendors, and a giant art market with more than 170 vendors. Admission for that is free. Might get a little mixed bag there if you're headed to Saturday festivals versus Sunday festivals.
Yeah, but the forecast is now that we're drying out a little bit more, and so that's good news for all those outdoor festivals. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center, and not so many showers now on the radar right
We
now.
did have just a little light rain that was up near the Virginia line about an hour or two ago. As we start the loop, you can see some of that, but it has fizzled out. We will end up seeing a mix of sun and clouds this morning, more cloud cover than sunshine for most of us. And of course, we continue to track our stationary front sitting over us today, and then a cold front comes swinging through tomorrow. That's our next weather maker. Isolated showers today. The best chance of rain today will come this evening and then overnight, and that may actually be the best chance of rain, period, for the whole weekend. It looks pretty isolated for us now on Saturday. Yesterday, it looked a lot wetter than the new runs the models are showing. We still have some isolated showers back here across the western part of the state. Futurecast for us looking mainly cloudy, but there may be a few holes in the clouds. Closer to lunchtime, a quick sprinkle could pop up. And then I feel like potentially this is a bit overdone at 5 o'clock. I really feel like maybe an isolated shower or thunderstorm could pop up. But this looks pretty reasonable. It looks like when the front starts to approach us, we could end up with this line of showers and thunderstorms from maybe 9 to midnight or 1 o'clock. And then we're pretty quiet, maybe a lingering shower on Saturday morning. This version of Futurecast is pretty dry for Saturday morning, but our other short-term model does show some rain for early Saturday. This one shows some sunshine right around lunchtime, and then really just a minimal amount of showers when the front comes through tomorrow afternoon and evening. That's 9 o'clock, and we may have a better chance for rain just east of our viewing area. For today, better chance of rain definitely in western North Carolina, where there's a level 1 risk for some flooding. And for us, flooding's not likely to be an issue at all. Our potential for rain both today and tomorrow is going to be probably around 1/4 of an inch or maybe even less than that. So we bumped it down to 40% chance for Saturday. Sunday just looks gorgeous. We're going to see beautiful conditions on Sunday. Saturday at Spring Days in Cary, again, a few isolated showers or thunderstorms in the afternoon, but the yellow light on Saturday just for that small chance for rain. But Sunday looks breezy and cool, beautiful conditions. We have a little heat wave that's in the forecast for early next week, Ken.
All right, happening now in the WRAL Traffic Center. We're staying on top of that breaking news out of Granville County this morning. We're talking about this crash shutting down I-85 from US 158 all the way to Poplar Creek Road as a result of an overturned tractor trailer that caught fire. Here's some video courtesy of a viewer. Destiny Green sent us this video of the tractor trailer on fire. The State Highway Patrol telling us that a car hit a guardrail. The 18-wheeler hit that car, and that's when the tractor trailer caught fire. You see it right there. We'll keep monitoring this, and we're told from the Highway Patrol that this section of the interstate on I-85 could stay closed until about 8 o'clock this morning. And actually, here's some more video from Destiny Green as well. You can see the burned out tractor trailer right there. This is a picture that she also sent in to us. We'll keep track of this and let you know how this will continue to affect your morning commute, particularly there in Granville County.
Ken, thanks for that. Bargain boom.
Tariff talks have many people watching their spending habits. Next, the local consignment event that could provide some relief.
Future first responders from the classroom to the front lines. How Wake County students are getting a head start on saving lives.
This What's Trending report, sponsored by Rug & Home.
Fun fashion at the NFL draft, and SNL drops the final lineup for its milestone 50th season.
It's Friday. Ken Smith is here now with What's Trending, Ken.
Yeah, they were making quite the fashion statement last night. Some big picks at last night's NFL draft. But this morning, it's the choice of footwear that has people talking. Ashton Jeanty, picked 6th last night by the Las Vegas Raiders, showed up with the draft wearing Crocs covered in Swarovski crystals. When asked about the choice, he said that he wanted to show you can be comfortable and still look fly.
Really? Crocs fly? I don't know. Hey, listen,
Elevating Crocs.
He's a running back. He's got $1 million feet.
Yep.
You gotta take care of him, you know?
And Crocs do feel like pillows, I mean, on your feet.
Okay,
not bad.
we'll take your word for it. Hey, Saturday Night Live closing out its epic 50th anniversary season with Scarlett Johansson as host and Bad Bunny as musical guest. Now, the pick is getting a lot of buzz with the spotlight on Weekend Update, where cast members Michael Che and Colin Yost read jokes the other wrote. Yost is married to Johansson, of course, and the jokes have been known to cross the line a time or two.
Oh, but it is great when they do the joke swap because the other hasn't read it, so they're reading it in real time. And when they deliver, their faces as they're like, I can't believe I'm saying these words. And it's almost funnier than the joke delivery.
Agreed.
So good.
Scarlett Johansson's been on the 6 times she's hosted, so.
Yeah,
A pro.
She'll be amazing. A different kind of baseball experience is coming to the DBAP tonight and tomorrow night. The Cosmic Chili Peppers are bringing their glowing spectacle to the park. Their games are played under a black light with glowing uniforms and baseballs. There's also a live DJ and a mid-game laser light show. What a cool vibe. Limited tickets are still available.
And we do have a small chance of rain, but looking at the computer model runs that have come in over the last 24 hours, our chances of rain for the weekend are trending down. I'll show you when we're feeling confident that you could see some rain coming up.
And preparing for the burial, this is a live look in St. Peter's Basilica now as thousands of people are paying their respects to Pope Francis. Final requests from the holy figure on how he would like to be laid to rest.
And a crash delays travel along I-85 in Granville County near Oxford. What we've learned from the scene of a tractor-trailer accident.